Hello everyone, I'm here today with Nicola Kenworthy, and Nicola is a lymphatic massage therapist and she runs a company called I Am Mine Therapies. Now Nicola is really experienced in what she does and she has a story to tell, her backstory about the fact that she used to work as a flight attendant, I think is the official word to use, at British Airways. And so she knows a lot about travel and a lot about being on aircraft. And so I was interested to hear from her how she got into what she's doing now and how that might be beneficial to people that are traveling. So Nicola, tell us a little bit about lymphatic massage therapy.
Okay, well, I mean, as you say, my backstory is I was cabin crew for 26 years nearly, short and long haul, but I've always had a fascination with the human body and how it works and better health and wellness and all that. And when I decided that flying was getting a little bit too much for my body, because obviously as cabin crew you do it a little too much.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. You never get over the jet lag. So I retrained as a massage therapist. And then somebody introduced me to lymphatic massage, and I was hooked.
Yeah, you're hooked.
I was hooked.
So tell us what lymphatic massage therapy is.
Essentially, it's a very gentle, relaxing massage where you're just massaging the skin. You're stretching the skin so that you stimulate the lymphatic vessels, which are situated just under the skin. And your lymphatic system is your body's waste system. It's an integral part of our cardiovascular system, but people forget about it or don't know about it. And it gets rid of it. It processes, it filters. These lymph nodes that you have in your neck are part of your lymphatic system, and when they swell up, you're fighting infection.
Right.
And so they're like biological filter stations.
So we have lymph in other places, underarms. Is there?
We have them all over the body, but the main areas are all around the neck, under your arms.
Yes.
Awful lot in your abdominal area, and at the top of your thighs.
Okay. So when you're doing the massage, are you using any kind of creams or
no?
You don't.
No,
I
don't need to use oils because it's literally just stretching the skin, and it stimulates the lymphatic system, so it starts to work much. It sort of wakes it up.
Yes.
Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump the way that your cardiovascular system does with the heart. So it relies on your muscle power and muscle movement to stimulate it.
Okay.
Which is why walking is so good for you.
Right. Okay.
Walking's really good because that calf... Obviously, gravity, everything moves down to the ankles, and your calf muscle is what really keeps things moving down in the lower part of your
walking.
body.
More walking. So let me ask you about the connection between having lymphatic massage therapy and perhaps travelling or going on an airplane. What are the benefits? Why might that be a good thing to do?
Obviously, through my many years as cabin crew, I know only too well how many bugs and viruses there are flying around the air conditioning in the plane. I mean,
and in airports as well, isn't it? They're quite lots of.
Well, you're in an enclosed space, and on an aircraft, it's even more so. And there are certain areas of seats that all have the same sort of air conditioning and all this. And anyway, but it's a stressful environment. So people's immune systems are sort of compromised, and if you're not used to being exposed to that amount of bugs and viruses, I mean, cabin crew never get sick because they're so used to it. They're being bombarded.
So they've got a good immune system.
You develop an incredible immune system. It's the same as a teacher. The first 6 months a teacher goes into primary school, they're constantly sick, but then their immune system adapts. And obviously, as cabin crew, if you're run down, you're tired, you are still going to get sick. But lymphatic drainage before flying, if you're having regular or even just a couple of massages before you go away on that lovely holiday or on that business trip, will prime your system to just be better able to cope with those bugs and viruses. but will also get your lymphatic system working properly again. So if you're sitting on an aircraft for 20 hours and not moving properly, those swollen ankles when you get to your destination because you've barely moved out of your seat. And yes, of course, you should be getting up and moving around.
I have to say, as I've got older, I don't need to be 20 hours. Within a couple of hours on a plane, I feel my feet and legs are still already swelling.
Yeah,
So I
because
think,
you're not moving.
Yes, because and with the age connected to that, it's made it even worse. So that is really good information. I think I'm hooked. I'm ticking that box before my next trip. Going to try some lymphatic massage therapy.
And also when you get back.
And when you get back.
When you get back, I know if I came back from a long haul flight, I could guarantee that I was a kilo heavier.
Oh wow!
A kilo,
That's
and that's just fluid.
Oh, okay.
That's just fluid. I knew I'd lose it within a day of being back off my trip.
That's good to know. An instant weight loss when you come back from your holidays. So that's Nicola's tip for how she can support you when you're planning to go on your trip, before you go, and when you get back. So do contact her to find out more. That's Claire from NOADOJO.
Bye bye.